This is my feminine look. It's a little romper. I'd probably wear it like out to dinner or something special. I wouldn't wear this every day. It's like comfortable, but I wouldn't wear it to be comfortable. What do you think if a woman dresses more feminine?
When women dress in whatever, my first thought is you're wearing what you want to express yourself that day.
Yeah, and when like women dress masculine, what do you think?
I think I usually dress more masculine than feminine, and I just do it because I like the shape of things better. You could make like a whole judgment on somebody's entire personality based on their outfit. I think a lot of people do that. We think so much more critically about ourselves because of the way society forces me to standard. I think there's a lot of stereotypes that assume a woman's sexuality. Like if you're dressed more girly and flirty, they're like, oh, you're a skank. And if you're wearing something androgynous, you're a lesbian, and that just makes no sense.
Hi everyone, today I'm wearing a men's shirt and some blue jeans. I decided to be a little bit more masculine, and right now I feel a little uncomfortable and not be as beautiful. And then I'm just gonna plan on putting my hair up so it's not in my face. And then I feel I'm definitely dressed more like a tomboy. What do you think of my outfit?
I like it. I like the colors. I like the contrast with the black and the yellow. I like the shape, the geometry.
Do you think I'm dressed like myself?
It's a departure from the way you normally dress. And keep in mind, I only work 2 days a week. So I've seen how you dressed on those 2 days. This is different.
Do you think the society stereotypes women that dress more masculine?
Yes. I think they stereotype women in general, unfortunately, in fashion. Someone told me that the zipper being on the opposite side of normal meant that it was a woman's. I liked it. I had already worn it before I knew that it could be a woman's. I said, the hell with it. It looks great. It fit me really well. I loved it.
Hi guys, this is Alexandra. Right now I would consider what I'm wearing to be a somewhat androgynous outfit. I have just a t-shirt, not tucked or anything, some loose sweatpants. I'd also consider it to be casual. I would say in terms of what I typically wear, I would say this is what I would wear. I don't know if I'm going out skating or something like that, where I don't want to, dress up too much. But yeah, I'm going to be going out, walking around my hall, maybe interviewing some people, getting some thoughts on maybe what their first impression is, or, what they would assume about me based off of the outfit that I'm wearing. So is there anything you would assume about me or anything about my personality based on the way that I'm dressed?
Can I say anything? I'm gonna assume you're either a queer ally or you're queer because of your eyebrows and your socks.
So I just put on my more feminine outfit. I'm gonna be walking around my hall once again, maybe talking to my neighbors, seeing what they think. Yeah. All right, so based on the outfit that I'm wearing and my makeup and my hair, what are some impressions that you would have about me, or what are some assumptions that you would make about me?
So the first thing for me, I like the shoes and the socks. I'm okay. I don't know, I think you're stylish.
Yeah,
I'm
me too.
she's cool as fuck.
Aww. Yeah.
I genuinely mean that. I'm Yeah, she's not basic.
Yeah, no, I would
In
like
like
you have
a
your
good
own,
way.
I like
Like,
that
you're not-
sock. Like it adds like your own style. I don't know.
Not a
Oh
square.
yeah, just like the single
Yeah.
frilly sock. Yeah, I'm into it. All right.
I
well,
really
thank
like
you.
the yeah.
Anything that you would assume about like my interests or my personality or sexuality?
Interesting. I would just think you're interested in fashion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. No, yeah. I said what I said.
I think the people know.
No, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
the people know for sure.
Cool.
I would say my experience as a whole is definitely interesting, to say the least. I think it's funny how all 3 people I interviewed coded me as queer. One person I interviewed named my eyebrows as a, deciding factor. I guess the way I dress might, feminine or masculine, might just give off the impression that I am a queer person, and I am a queer person. I just think it's interesting that, when I ask people, what impression I give off, and, even when I do ask, about sexuality specifically, that's usually the first thing that comes to mind. So it's definitely a learning experience for me.
Hi, I'm Cassie, and for the next couple days, I'll be wearing a masculine and a feminine outfit and going out in public and kind of just observing how society kind of reacts to that and talking to a few people about what they think and their reactions to a girl dressing more masculine or more feminine. Okay, so this is kind of what I decided to wear for my more feminine look. Just some skinny jeans and some flats and a little flowery, flowy top. My roommates, who are males, they actually all commented on the fact that I looked nice because usually I don't dress as feminine as this. And so I actually thought that was interesting, that even though they, know me, they were still surprised. So I felt like because they weren't strangers, this gave them more of a notable reaction to what I was wearing. Alright, so this is day 2 of our little social experiment, and I'm going with my masculine look today. So I'm wearing an oversized hoodie, just some sweats and some sneakers. Alright, so after class, again, I didn't really experience anything too notable about what I was wearing. However, I did have some people comment that I looked comfortable, so I thought that was kind of interesting. Obviously, if I'd worn more feminine clothes, that wouldn't be a comment that somebody makes, and so I just thought that was interesting. And even though my hair was hidden, I never had any kind of reactions that people thought I was a male or anything like that. Although, in a class where people already know me, that's kind of difficult. So perhaps if I'd gone in a more setting with more strangers, it could have been different. But in my opinion, I just honestly felt more confident wearing more masculine clothes, which I think is interesting. Just because being a woman, obviously most girls, or not most, but a lot of girls probably feel more comfortable in feminine clothes. But to me, it's just something I prefer. What are your kind of reactions when you see a girl dressed more feminine?
I don't know. I guess I don't really have much reactions. Kind of like a something you would consider normal, not necessarily out of the ordinary. Wouldn't really think anything different of it.
And how about if they dress more masculine?
Yeah, you would. I mean, it's always interesting seeing things that would change your perspective and your paradigm on things. So yeah, I would definitely think that I would notice that more.
Okay, so all in all, from this little social experiment in terms of society and the general population, there wasn't really anything that was too shocking or revealing to me. To me, I felt more comfortable being dressed more masculine, and so I feel that says a lot. Even though I'm a woman and sometimes I'm expected to wear dresses and stuff like that, I feel it's come to a point where if that's not what makes me comfortable, that's not what I have to wear, and I won't really get ridiculed. in public or anything if, you know, I'm caught wearing pants or something crazy like that. And so it was also just kind of interesting to me how when I did dress more feminine, how it still didn't really spur any kind of crazy reaction except for maybe amongst my friends, just because, again, they're not really used to seeing me that way. Although, even though I did try to, you know, cover up my hair and stuff like that, I feel like my features and stuff like that definitely just give away that I'm female, and so people don't really have this tendency to misgender me as they might with somebody who might have more masculine features. I think it would be kind of cool to just continue it on a little more and just learn more about it in social situations.
Hey, this is Scott. So I am going to be dressing up masculine, you know, more traditionally masculine, and then more traditionally feminine. And then I'm going to go out in public and see people's reactions, and then I will interview people on what they thought. So for my more feminine outfit, I will be wearing this cheetah button down most likely, as it's, you know, pretty feminine. And then I will be wearing these very, very skinny jeans. And then additionally, I will most likely be wearing this light green pullover. I definitely got more looks than I would usually. They weren't all necessarily like bad looks, but the attention was there and people were like, you know, staring at me, not necessarily in a bad way, but, you know, making it known that they see what I was wearing. Okay, so this is Tori, my first interviewee. She saw me in the feminine clothing. So how'd you feel when you saw me wearing the feminine clothes?
I was surprised at first just because you don't see guys wearing more feminine clothing every day. I loved it. I love it, and I wish more guys were willing to dress feminine because it's not really normalized or accepted in society yet. It does make me sad that guys don't feel comfortable enough to wear more feminine clothing, because I feel like girls can dress down and dress more boyish, and no one second guesses that, but then when a guy is wearing a skirt or a dress, they're really looked at and like asked why they're looking like that.
So yeah, I found that really interesting. I definitely do agree with her, and I definitely agree that me wearing it was a little uncomfortable, but I could tell some, especially females, like since they've seen it in popular culture, they were kind of they were kind of smiling when they would see me, but other people were just, you know, kind of just staring. But yeah, I definitely think still, even with popular culture, that toxic masculinity is very apparent, and a lot of men just don't feel comfortable doing it, even if they want to. For my more masculine outfit, I'm most likely going to be wearing this button down, you know, this normal men's button down. And then I will also be wearing sweatpants, and I will not be wearing this shirt, and this will be much more masculine. So I also went to Observatory Park, and I walked around campus, and I didn't get as many looks as I did with the feminine outfits. I assume that is because I am male, you know, I'm a male, I present as male, and it's not as surprising. When I was in my feminine outfits, I definitely was getting more attention. So this is my other interviewee. She saw me wearing the more masculine clothing, you know, the button down and the hat and all the other stuff. So how'd you feel when you saw me dress more masculine?
It took me back for a second because you usually dress so more on trend and more
not necessarily feminine, but more feminine than average man.
Exactly. So when and I wish that more people took that step into like taking that risk, because I feel like gender norms are so like stuck in like girls need to wear this and guys need to wear this, where I feel like there needs to be more fluidity, and that's why it definitely took me back when I saw you wearing that.